Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to paint some Necron warriors and Canoptek Scarab swarms as the Sautekh Dynasty. I already primed these miniatures with Chaos Black from Citadel, and to make things easier we're going to start with this Necron warrior, then we're going to continue with these Scarabs, and after that we're going to finish with the rest of the miniatures. And the first color that I would like to use is Iron Warriors. I'm going to apply a thin layer of this color all over the future silver parts. Now I'm going to use Let the Vulture to paint all the armor parts. I didn't mention it, but I also used Let Vulture to paint some details of the weapon, and now I'm going to paint with Runelord Brass this specific part of the weapon. I don't know how to call it, but I'm sure that it will look good in this color. The next color that I'm going to use is Abaddon Black to paint the weapon and also the symbol on the chest. Let's start applying some shades to this Necron, and I'm going to use two of them. I'm going to use Agrax Earth Shade just to this bronze part right there, and then I'm going to use Nuln Oil that I will apply all over the silver color. Let's start applying some green color to that weapon, and I'm going to start with these spheres that we have right here. I'm going to paint them and edge highlight around them with Caliban green, and after that I'm going to paint the sphere itself with mood green. Now I would like to paint this tube right here, not very visible yet, and I would like to do the edge highlighting of this weapon, and for that I'm going to use two different greens as well. First I'm going to apply Cavalite green in every single edge of this weapon, and after that I'm going to apply Sybarite green in the areas that are going to be the most exposed. We're almost there. Now I'm going to use Corax White to paint the small dot on these spheres right here, and I will apply it to the eyes as a base color. And to finish with this Necron warrior, now I'm just going to use Stormhost Silver to apply the final highlights. Now we just need to base this miniature, and for that I'm going to use two different technical paints. First I'm going to apply Sterland Matte, and once it's dry I will apply on top of it Agrellan Earth. Okay, now I'm going to apply Reikland Flesh Shade to the base, and after that I'm just going to dry brush Rackard Flesh. With that, we can consider this Necron warrior as finished. And now we're going to paint these Canoptek Scarab swarms. I'm going to use the exact same colors but in a different way, so let's go. I will start using Abaddon Black to paint the head, the legs and the body. Now I'm going to use Lead Verger to paint the joint between the legs and the body, and also I'm going to paint the inside parts of the body. And now I'm going to start with the shades by applying Nuln Oil over that silver color. To finish with the base colors, I'm going to paint that circle in the middle of the body and the eye. For that, first I'm going to apply Caliban Green, and after that I'm going to apply a highlight already with Mood Green. Now I'm going to apply a highlight of Cabalite Green on the body, legs and head, and after that I'm going to apply a second highlight of Cyberite Green in the areas that are going to be the most exposed. Now I just need to base this miniature, and I'm going to do exactly the same that I did previously with this Necron warrior. And here we have a finished Canoptek Scarab swarm. But before I talk a little bit more about these miniatures, I would like to paint another Necron warrior, this time with a different weapon. Obviously for this warrior I'm going to use the exact same color scheme that I used previously. And this is it, this is the final result. This is how I painted my Necron warriors and Canoptek Scarab swarms from the Sautekh Dynasty. As always, I invite you to let me know in the comments what you think about these miniatures, and of course, if you like what I do and you would like to support my work and help me to continue improving, I invite you to check the link to my Patreon in the description. And now let's take a look at these miniatures individually. But before I continue, maybe you remember these Necrons from the video in which I showed my pile of shame, just in case I will leave the link in the description, and here you can see how they used to look before I started to repaint them. Basically, I just changed the color scheme. I went from the box art to the classic Sautekh Dynasty of the Necrons with this silver plus green vibe, and I'm happy with the result. I mean, I like this color scheme a lot, and I know that I can make it much better right now. But I don't know, I was not happy with my Necrons. I knew that I wanted to repaint it at some point, and I was like, okay, I will go for this vibe of the Sautekh Dynasty. Just a personal preference of the colors. After some time I prefer to have like a different dynasty, and I'm happy. I do not regret to start repainting them, and I'm looking forward to paint more of these miniatures. There's a very simple way to paint Necrons from the Sautekh Dynasty, and it's just to prime the miniatures with a lead belcher, then apply some Nuln Oil, some highlights, and the miniature is almost finished. But I don't know, I wanted to put a little more love into them, so I primed them with Chaos Black and I just applied some silver colors to them, and I'm happy with the result. I mean, it's quite easy to do as well, so I'm not going to complain. It's the most simple miniature that I have painted in a while, so yeah, I like the color scheme, I like the silver colors. I wanted to have like a darker vibe, but then I was like, no, I want to add some nice silver in the front, because in the back it's like this, and it's a little bit boring. So, I mean, I like the dark vibe, but I don't know, I kinda like these highlights as well. And I'm also happy that for the weapon I decided to use two different greens, because it's like the energy part has like a specific green, and the cables and highlights it has like a different green as well. So it's not the same, it's a little bit more unique, and I don't know, I'm happy with this color scheme. For me, the biggest difference is with the Scarabs, because you can see here, these ones are very simple. I just use basically 2 or 3 colors with them. They look very boring. I can make these ones much better right now with the same color scheme. But as I said, I wanted something different, and I like how my new Scarabs look. Here I went for the same color scheme as the weapon, and it's quite noticeable, and again I'm very happy. I really like how these ones look, and I'm looking forward to paint more Canoptek things, because I want to see how this will look on them. Actually, at first I thought about using the same color scheme as a Necron warrior by using the silver color on these Scarabs, but then I was like, no, I don't want the living metal on the Necron warriors to be the same as the Scarabs, so no, I decided not to use it. And here we have the other Necron warrior that we painted today, same color scheme. I just wanted to paint 2 of them with the different weapons, and I wanted to paint a little bit more of them, as you were able to see previously, because I wanted to see how the color scheme was going to look, and I'm happy with it, and I'm going to push it forward. And with all of that being said, this is it, this is the end of the video. This is how I painted my Necron warriors and Canoptek Scarab swarms from the Sautekh Dynasty. And as always, if you are still here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.